Well, good morning. I am 625. SCSU has officially canceled their classes because of the cold weather, and after some reflection, I think even though we are online, I should follow suit. And so I want to go through what we're going to be covering this week that I'd like you to at least do as homework before we meet next Tuesday, January 5th. First of all, I want to take you to our D2L page and go through some of the changes there. I am currently logged in as a student, so I'm seeing what you are seeing. The first thing I want to tell you is that I did change the schedule a little bit. So if we go to materials and content, if I go to basic course handouts, the new schedule is right here. And the due dates as of now for all assignments have stayed the same. I want to show you what I did change. You'll see now it says Tuesday 1/29 SCSU classes canceled. And I moved what we were going to cover on February 12th. I moved it to this week and added in a reading night. So that means that on the 5th, we will go through what we were originally going to cover tonight, which will be selection and evaluation of young adult literature and a little bit of the history of it as well. And then on the 12th, we will have that foundations read discussion. So that does give you an extra week to get the outsiders read because that is the foundation read. And you can still take a look at assignment number 2 on D2L, but I will go over it then on the 5th and it'll still be due on the 26th, which is after spring break. So you should have plenty of time to sign up for those things and take care of it. Sign up for your author presentation, on the 12th, which will happen at the end of the semester, as well as time to get your selection policy done by the 26th. All right. So in talking about the changing world of literacy for teaching and library media specialists, I now am going to direct you to go to communications and discussions. And from here, I can point out this. If you would like to ever post any of your assignments to D2L so other people can see them and you can take a look at what other people have done, you can upload them here. What I want you to do is to continue to scroll down to this section where it says January 29th, snow day. And here's what you're going to do. Using the ELM database, ELM stands for Electronic Library Minnesota, you're going to click on this link and I'm going to have you go search and find these 4 articles. 2 of them are about changing literacy for media specialists and 2 of them are about developing professional networks. I want you to read each of the 4 articles. They're not very long. And then I'm going to have you respond to some questions below. Here in the directions it says read each article and respond to the questions below. Write at least 1 paragraph of a response. Reply to at least 1 other person by Tuesday, February 5th. So in looking at new literacies, there's 2 literacies that I found from looking through articles of School Library Journal. One of them is code name literacy, and it's talking about the use of code in the Library Media Center. I was talking to an educator just this week who said her principal's dream is to have the kids in the school bilingual and their second language being code. I definitely think that has implications for school library media specialists. The second one is called Food for Thought, and it's about how media specialists can help their students with food literacy. I was the instructor for the admin of media last semester, and several of the candidates talked about the library media specialists coming alongside students and helping them with food literacy, and that is more than just cookbooks. So I think you're going to enjoy that. I was also watching the Today Show just this morning. They had an identical segment called Food for Thought, and they talked about someone who is teaching refugees how to cook. So take a look at those 2 literacies, and then what I'm asking you to do is, are there more literacies that you would discuss or support in the School Library Media Center, and how do we navigate that changing landscape? And then as far as the professional learning networks, We've got 2 articles here. One is a quick read about professional development and why that's important for school library media specialists. And in it, Perez cites this article by Joyce Valenza and Doug Johnson. Doug Johnson is a Minnesotan, and they talk about the need for library media specialists to be involved in professional learning communities. That would include you even meeting with your colleagues in a very informal way, perhaps part of QComp, and it could be expanded into using Twitter to connect with other professionals. Their article was written in 2009 where some of these technologies were emerging, but I think the heart of what they have to say remains the same. And so for your question, you're going to answer, are you part of a professional learning network? And to describe that experience, but please not use identifying information in your posts. And if you're not part of one, could you then describe what you'd like to join? Now, I did take a look at these articles, and when I pulled them up, let me just show you what it looks like. If we scroll down to the bottom, it very clearly states copyright of the School Library Journal is property of MediaSource, and its content may not be copied or emailed to multiple sites or posted in a listserv without the copyrights holder express written permission. However, users may print, download, or email articles for individual use. And so I don't feel like it is right for me to email these out or even post them in our D2L page, but I can support you in downloading them yourself onto your own computer and you can read them. I have put the citations in D2L for you to find on your own, but I'll just show you how to get to these. So if you go to elm4u.org, you can go to databases A to Z, and you'll find that Academic Search Premier is actually the second one. And this will open up for you. Okay, so the first article that I've asked you to find is Codename Literacy. So I'll just type that in. And I'll hit search, and this is the article right here. You can download the PDF full text. The next article that I've asked you to look at is Food for Thought, and so I'll find that as well. Search. And I'm going to add in School Library Journal. And I guess it's going to take a while to pull that up. I have to search Food for Thought, School Library Journal, and it's actually this second one by Kelly R. Taylor. And again, you can download in PDF full text. Then you want to search this. It's actually not called Why Join a PLM. It's called Innovative Professional Development. So I'm going to go back here. Search this. And it's right here. It's the one by Lisa Perez. And then from that, she mentions what is keeping us up at night. Wrong keywords. It's called Things That Keep Us Up at Night, and if you search that, you have to go down past the Associated Press videos, but you'll find it right here, Things That Keep Us Up at Night by Valenza and Johnson, and again, PDF full text. So in conclusion, what you need to do is simply read both categories of articles, 2 on the changing literacies for media specialists, 2 on professional learning networks. Answer each of the questions below, 1 paragraph each, please, at least, and respond to 1 other classmate by next week. and then keep reading those young adult novels, and you can continue to post to the blog. All due dates will remain the same, and we will make sure to have our first discussion on The Outsiders coming up soon. If you have any questions, send me an email, but stay safe during these winter days. Happy reading.